Hello, mi amors. I have an incense going. Of course, let me get my candle started. I am using, again, the same candle from the last episode, the Lorray Co candle. The candle that I chose was Dream, and this is a Black-owned candle brand. They were so nice and kind enough to send me this candle. So I'm going to go ahead and light that and begin. It's a black currant and jasmine, and they're all coconut wax, natural coconut wax based. So check out Lorray and Co. I'll put the in the description box. Check them out, please. And yes, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of the Amor Code, where we talk about amor. And if you know somebody that needs amor in their life, please share this video with them. Like this video, because once you like this video, this puts this video out to others, and that really helps the show. It helps me, meet other people who want amor in their life. Make sure you're subscribed, and if you do want to call into the show, I have a part of the show where I ask questions. I want to have feedback. What I say is not always the right answer, or I just want dialogue, a conversation between us, me and more. So the link to call into the show is in the description box as well. You can leave up to a 90-second voicemail, and I'll play it on the show. And I would just prefer that you respond to the questions that I'm asking in any of the previous shows, or leaving, comments, opinions, whatever. If you want to be anonymous, you can be anonymous. If you want to say your name, you could say your name. Okay, so let's get into it. Let me go into my handy dandy notebook. I have the Amor Code journal notebooks. If you are interested, the link to purchase a journal, the Amor Code journal, is in the description box. I am offering it in red, and also I am offering it in black. So this is where I'm writing my show notes. I journal in these. So pick you guys the Amor Code notebook up. Support a girl, be a part of the Me Amor gang, okay? All right. So let's begin. The written language of love, and how intricate and how important it is within the dynamics and the strength of relationships. Now, the reason why I thought of this is because a lot of relationships live and die via text messaging, via social media, via not being able to effectively communicate, or sometimes maybe over communicating via text message and text message and social media. So I have some questions about this. Okay. Now, when you begin dating someone, right, or you just give them your number, first of all, who is supposed to text first? What I've noticed, guys often they offer that you take their number, so that women are forced to text the guy first. How do you women feel about that? You feel like that's like a cop-out? I notice that's what they do, because they don't want to seem like the one like hitting you up. Or am I wrong? Guys, am I wrong? Is that not the case? Why do you guys ask the woman to take down your number? The guys that ask for my number and then they immediately text me right then and there, and then it's like making sure that that's their number, that's an automatic red flag for me. I'm like, this guy is creeping me out. There's so many unwritten rules. There's so much body language, timing. It's a very sensitive matter when it comes to the first interaction of receiving the number or giving your number, and then the first text or call. If I give a guy my number and they just automatically call me the next day, I am already like, whoa, you are in my space. It literally feels like they just walked up in my apartment. It really feels like that to me. I'm like, chill, cuz like you cannot text me to warm up. Like I need to see how you text talk. I need to see if you like use emojis. Okay, so first question. When you first start talking to a significant, or when you start talking to someone else, who should text first and how often? Because I know some people get into like the whole love bombing phase and you're just texting all the time sometimes. And, you know, you feel like you're like soulmates and you knew each other forever. But eventually that dwindles. I just want to know what other people are doing. What I do is I don't text. And then I run into this problem of like guys thinking I don't like them. But if you like, they text me and I text back, but I really don't like texting and I don't like calling unless you have great conversations. So, you know, the confusion, right? The confusion. But, you know, at least I know that. And then some people crack the code. They crack the Amor code. And the people that could crack your code is who is for you. Okay, so a question. What are some texting red flags? I already mentioned for you a person like calling me. That's a like right after you get my phone number, you're calling me immediately. That's an automatic red flag for me. A man using too many emojis is an automatic red flag for me. A man, as soon as I text them, they're immediately, the bubble is already up and they're sending paragraphs to me with emojis. That is a red flag to me. A man sending me good morning text that says beautiful, like generic sayings, good morning, beautiful, good morning, pretty, or, you know, something just not my name or not anything really specific to me is a red flag to me. A man texting me all throughout the day and just having a full on like conversation throughout the entire day, every day, that is a red flag for me. Why aren't you working, sir? Why are you a chatty patty? Why? Stop it. What are we going to talk about if we do meet in person? I'm not going to meet you in person because you're just doing too much. I feel like I'm talking to one of my girls right now. If I'm on social media and you can see I just posted something or whatnot, and then you text me and then you reference like you saw something about what I posted, red flag. Especially if I'm not even claiming you or you're not claiming me, red flag. Don't do that, mister. Don't do that. Play it cool. It's this whole little like poker game that we're doing, you know? That's a red flag. What are some of you guys' red flags when it comes to texting? Specifically with dating. Now, after we get to know one another, there's like different categories, like what is really important to keep the relationship alive when we're not physically together. I believe it's the frequency of the amount of time we text. Our humor. Is it compatible? Can you speak the language of meme with me? Are you going to be annoyed that I speak the language of meme very fluently? Like, that's just what I do. Your response time and non-forced convo. And again, I'm looking down at my notes in the Amor Code notebook. You can purchase the Amor Code notebook on Amazon. The links are in the bio, and it'll be great if you support the podcast. Not only do I have it in red, I also offer the Amor Code notebook in black. And it's a notebook where you can journal and write down all of your love notes. All of your love notes in here. Who was in school when you still had to write notes and texting wasn't a thing? I dated myself. Okay, so the frequency of text. Again, I already told you how if you're always texting me, that's an automatic red flag. Like, don't do that, sir. Be a man. Be a grown man. Stop doing that. your humor levels. It's like biggest, the biggest turnoff when I receive a meme that's like so outdated or so corny or cheesy, or like their humor, I could tell it's like completely different. And I'm just like, oh, okay. It's so, I just like, that's a thing. I'm just like, wow, okay, that's where your memes are at. That's where you're at. Okay. Or like when I send a meme and then they don't understand and I have to give them like context or I have to explain the meme. It's like I'm kind of like talking to my mother. You know how it is when you send your mother a meme and they're like, who is it in the meme? Like, mom, I don't know. It's just like, do you get the point? Like that. If I have to have that interaction with you when I send you a meme, we're not compatible. And that's just what that is. And I think that is valid. I think that is very much so valid that I can judge my compatibility of a relationship with our humor. Because, okay, I'm saying this guy has to work. Okay, he has to be serious or whatever. But women love funny men. And if I can't if I can't laugh with you, someone else is going to make me laugh. And there's this quote by Taxstone. And he said, his mother said to him, if you can make her crack a smile, you can crack her ass. If you can make her crack open a smile, you can crack open her ass. And response time. Okay, so I mentioned earlier, like, it's a red flag if you're texting me immediately. And then it's also a red flag if you're texting me next week. Hello? You're telling me everything that needs to be told. Mister. I can understand 30 minutes to an hour. And then, especially if you have a career, I can understand when you get off later on in the evening when you have the mind space. You might be a busy man, and I respect that. I respect the hustle. But don't come to me and I ask you a question and then you answer the question 2 days later. You're not my best friend. You can't do that. You can't do that. Can I do that? I've done it before. I do it quite often with my friends, and my friends know that. But if I'm genuinely interested in somebody, I wouldn't want to do that. It wouldn't be a thing of me doing that. I feel like people that do that, they're consciously doing that. And that leads into the next category of forced conversation. If I feel like I always have to force a conversation to like try to like just even talk to you via text, if I feel like it's like I'm walking on eggshells to text you, like I don't know if I'm doing too much, or if I want to call you or FaceTime you, we're not compatible. If I always have to just see you in person, it's like we're under the radar. Like, you don't want my number to show up on your bill. Like, who's paying your phone bill, sir? I don't like talking via text. I'm not a good communicator. You were a good communicator in the beginning and then you start dwindling down. No, you got comfortable or it's somebody else. And that's just what that is, because that's how it is on my end. Let's be real here. And that's the code. So the questions that I have for you guys, I'm going to repeat them again. When you first begin dating, who should text whom first, and how often should you text? Should you have full on get to know one another via text message when you first begin interacting? That's a loaded question. Someone can answer it. Someone's smart enough. Number 2, what are some of your texting red flags? Number 3, I really feel like a horse just went up the stairs. Wow. That is wow. Oh, ooh, heavy foot. Okay. And then 3, how important is meme banter for you? Like, if someone doesn't get your memes or they send you like some crazy janky memes, is that a red flag for you? Because it is for me. A man or your significant other, it could be a man or a woman. Some men don't like when women use a lot of emojis. Is emojis considered too many? The usage of emojis, is that a red flag for you? I know spelling is a red flag. Like if you get the person that says to, like me too, but they say TO instead of TOO. Oh my goodness. I mean, I mess up with my spelling. So this is my red flag with spelling. Me too, right? Say I say me too, I'll correct myself. But if that person correct me, oh, here comes the horse. Okay, but if they're correcting me always on my grammar and everything like that, I feel some type of way because I do make effort to make sure that I'm spelling and being grammatically correct as much as I can, not trying to be too formal, sometimes I'll say something, abbreviated or whatnot. So I don't like the spelling teacher and via text. And then I don't also like the complete person that's just saying to the number 2, U, the letter U, B4, B, the letter B, and then the number 4, like all type of fancy things with their text. That's a red flag. No, don't do that. And then I don't like the person that, what's confusing is like you'll have a conversation maybe going on Instagram and then you in the DMs, and then you have a conversation going on via text, and you have a conversation going on. I mean, that's basically it because my Facebook is only for family. Twitter, I do not answer that, but I still get messages via Facebook. But oh my gosh, do not call me on Instagram. That is automatic creep status. And I just want to know how are you guys handling this? What's going on? What's going on? Anywho, that was this week's episode of the Amor Code. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please call in and answer these questions. You can do so by following the link in the description box. You will be able to leave a 90-second maximum voicemail, and where I will take that voicemail, if it's especially if it's in response to the questions that I asked, and play it on the next The Amor Code episode, The Amor Code show. And make sure you are following me at Avielle Amor, and subscribe, like this video, share this video, and until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Mwah.